guys. So far I've been planting, got all my tomatoes done, and now I'm just in the process of planting my peppers. See, I've got habaneros, Anaheims, cayennes, and now I'm planting my jalapenos, and we'll go on to some pepperoncinis and then some bell and some sweet peppers. So just want to kind of go through a little bit of the process here when I'm doing these. I'm going to move my water line, all right, and then I'm just going to go in. And depending on how tall this plant is, you see some of these jalapenos are pretty tall, but some are a little bit shorter. So just want to make sure you eye that to make sure you get, you don't want to bury it too deep, but you do want to go a little bit deeper than maybe you think, because you don't just want to put that flush up on the top where you have that cup. So I'm going to get a nice good hole there. And I like to, on my plants, if they're a little bit older, I'll roll it. These haven't actually been in the cups too long, so I'm just going to squeeze them out here. All right. And as you can see, not too much root action going on right now. These aren't as old as some of my others, so I'm going to drop that in. Let a little bit of dirt go on the sides. I like to put a little fertilizer in. So we're going to then just drop this in, pat that down, and then in these buckets, these aren't very, you know, I try to get them to be bushy varieties. How I grow them, but you know, you can get, I like to get 2 plants in these, especially if you're going to have an irrigation system put up. If you're just going to water them once a day, you might think about just putting 1 in there, but for my setup, I get 2 plants in there, another jalapeno in there, and again, just like those tomatoes, you need to make sure when you're putting them in, you've got, you know, your jalapenos with your jalapenos. You're going to get a lot of cross-pollination, which is always fun. It's nice to try some new varieties and maybe do a little crossbreeding, but you want the majority of your plants to be the right variety. So then again, I'm just going to take some fertilizer. I'm going to drop it in. Just want to give these plants a great start now that they're outside. They've gone through quite a bit this past week, getting outside, hardened off. A switch from the current lighting that they had to being outside under the sun. So I'm just going to get those down in there. Take my water line, pop it right in the middle, all right, and we're ready to get going. And one thing I will do once I get a good amount planted is I'll come by with my hose. I won't use this line, and I'll just saturate those tops. Really make sure you get that root matter into that ground. You get all the surface area there wet, just to make sure everything gets started off good, and you get your bucket garden going for the summer.